So, failure is a huge part of life. I've experienced failure, you've experienced failure. No one can say they haven't experienced failure. If they have, you're not human. And in the Harvard 2007 commencement speech by J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, she talks about failure, but she puts it in a different perspective. She talks about failure as being a benefit, a learning experience, and most people don't see it like that. Most people see failure as, I've done wrong, I've disappointed everyone, I can't live with myself. When in fact, everyone goes through failure every day. You fail an assignment, you get back and do the next one. You lose a game, it's a failure. You go back and win the next one. A failure comes and goes, it's what you learn from it that really matters. So J.K. Rowling says, so why do I talk about the benefits of failure? Simply because failure meant a stripping away of the essential. Now, when you tear everything apart and you look at why you failed, you're able to realize during that failure there was little successes. It's the little details. It's the big picture that matter the most. It's the paint strokes in the pictures that make up the picture. It's every single detail and work you put into it that's the success, but it led to ultimate failure. But because of those little successes, you can go back, redo them, and hope for a better result. But as she says in her little statement, failure is inevitable. We all go through failure. It's a part of life. If you don't go through it, you're not human. So she says, failure gave me an inner security that I had never attained by passing examinations. Failure taught me things about myself that I could not have learned in no other way. I discovered that I had a strong will and more discipline than I had suspected. I also found out that I had friends whose value was truly above the price of rubies. So those little realizations from to her friends to failing a test, it's the little pieces that make up the big picture. Failure is only a small piece in a big picture, because failures are small details in our lives. Details that shape us to who we are today and how we act and how we present ourselves. If we just go around depressed and always talking about failure, never looking at the bright side of things, you're always failing. You got to be able to step out, find what you did wrong, and go from there. You never truly know yourself or the strength of your relationships until you've been tested by adversity. Failure is adversity. Anything you've done that's given you any sort of struggle is adversity. People don't like to admit it, but it's made you who you are today. You would not be the person like me sitting here in front of this camera, or the person watching this. You would not be who you are today without some adversity. If you go through life with all smiles, rainbows, no adversity, no nothing, you're not shaped. You're not human. Because everyone goes through failure, everyone goes through adversity. It happens. It's a part of life. And it's the fact that we deal with it, move on, take a step out, is what really gets us through. So, in one of the other articles that was for our reading, The Mother to Son by Langston Hughes, she says to her son, don't you sit down on those steps, saying don't give up. Just because you faced a little bit of adversity and you can't handle it right now, don't give up. Take a break, but don't give up. If you give up, it's already won. Giving up is a very sad thing to do. I remember a few times in my life where I threw my hat in. I couldn't do it. But seeing someone else be able to do it just gave me that little more hope that I could probably do it too. And then on the last line it says, and life for me ain't been no crystal stair. So by that, she's saying life has not been easy. Life will never be easy. It's what you do when you face that adversity, that failure, that makes life maybe a little easier, but life will never be easy, because failure is an easy concept to understand. Most people don't know how to face it, how to overcome it, how to move on. So they get stuck in a mental just stuck. So if you're ever facing failure, take a step back, look at it. It's all you.